Hello. This is a presentation on business culture in Mexico, and to begin, we're gonna talk about socializing. Socializing in Mexico is part of daily life. People wake up and they start greeting and just having a good time talking with their family and friends. Socializing revolves around daily living. This socializing actually it creates strong networks full of credible connections because every day you're following up with your network. These credible connections are the key to success to a successful business in Mexico. So, to begin creating these networks, you need to go out there and socialize. You need to take initiative. Uh, and Us Mexicans really enjoy celebrating, so please celebrate regularly all of your accomplishments. And you have to be trustworthy because while we are loyal, trust is earned and not given. There's this trend right now emerging where older folks tend to be a lot better at socializing in person, while younger folks tend to excel with technology. So there's a dilemma right there. That's socializing. Uh, in regards to body language and gestures, you want to listen to people converse. It's a two-way conversation, but you never want to interrupt people. That's disrespectful, and the Mexican culture is huge on respect. So, business people, in that sense, they're always humble. However, when a business person is handling a business transaction, they become increasingly assertive as to guide that transaction into the proper direction. On that note, business isn't personal, business is just business. So the business person will focus on long-term relationships and long-term objectives as opposed to getting frustrated over a short-term issue. um, the business person should always project confidence. It goes back hand in hand with trustworthiness and credibility. You want to be confident in yourself and in your product and in your service. You want to be aware of meta messages you're sending. Excuse me, because obviously you don't want to send messages that you're untrustworthy or have a bad reputation. You want to interpret your audience's body language because they might not always tell you what's on their mind, but they might definitely have a lot on their mind in regards to an opinion that they're forming about you and your reputation. So you want to interpret their body language, their facial expressions, and their nonverbal cues. Whenever presenting, you kind of want to give them the opportunity to follow up with independent research on their own. So providing resources is definitely a plus. While Mexicans enjoy celebrating, you do not want to get intoxicated. That's bad. And you definitely want to be gratuitous. Nobody wants to see somebody who's excessively self-absorbed in their own interests. Miscellaneous topics to help people understand what it is like to do business in Mexico. Well, finding employees that are reliable and trustworthy is a challenge. Moving along, while Spanish isn't necessary to do business in Mexico, it is vital to socialize freely and to establish your social network. On that note, learning Spanish goes hand in hand with adapting to the local customs, and you want to adapt. For the ideal business person, street smarts and book smarts compose that person. So you also want to know your product, which goes with the book smarts, and the street smarts allow you to engage people efficiently. Mexicans enjoy seeing people. It goes back hand in hand with socializing. That face-to-face time, it goes a long way in establishing rapport and creating a long-term relationship. And it goes back down to business fundamentals where establishing relationships is the essential key. Honesty, loyalty, and obedience are always going to be expected of a professional regardless of which industry you're in. So always maintain that level of professionalism. And to conclude, You want to follow up regularly with your clients, at least once a month. Some of them, such as the new clients, require more attention. Some of them are very low maintenance, and you can follow up once a year or once every 6 months. It's a case by case basis, and it goes back down to knowing your client, your product, your service, and the needs of the community. So that's the gist of doing business in Mexico. A lot of it is just being a good person who can provide a great product and socialize, because it's about having fun too, not just working. We work to live, not live to work. Thank you so much, and gracias y adios.